Hello everyone, my name is Valeria Galliani, and today I will be sharing my research on music therapy and how it can be helpful towards children with autism. All right, so music therapy has changed the world exponentially as it treats injuries that medication could never handle. Let's go over some music history behind music therapy and how it changed the world. To begin, evidence for humans creating music dates back to having existed at least 40,000 years ago. Now, by evidence, I mean findings of artifacts such as flutes made out of bones and findings of music notation. However, as far as music therapy goes, according to Kathleen Howland, the first published study in music therapy appeared back in 1789 and was called Music Physically Considered. To add on, Howland also stated that in the 19th century, experiments with music therapy were performed for the first time on patients at an institution in New York. So, music therapy then grew in popularity when the World Wars came along, especially accompanying those that developed post-traumatic stress disorder. So, veterans hospitals in the United States employed musicians to work with these soldiers. Music has been thought of as therapeutic for centuries and is currently used for several severe mental health concerns such as depression and anxiety. In fact, various studies have shown that music influences various areas of the brain, such as positively affecting cognition, emotion, movement, and the senses. As music therapy progresses, we will explore its impact specifically on children with autism, mainly why it's important to those who have autism, how it affects the embodied cognition of these children, and how it can help parents improve their child's lifestyle. Now, let's explain autism. It can also be notated as ASD, which stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder. And this disorder references a large range of conditions that show problems in things like speech, social skills, nonverbal communication, and a repetition of the same behaviors. Autism is influenced by a person's genetics and their environment. So through the research I will be going over today, there will be evidence on how to improve the lives of families and loved ones using music therapy. All right. So music therapy can be used to help children with autism, their behavior, and their lifestyle. Through our sources, we will see the highlights of the importance of music in the lives of children with autism. So I'll be showing 4 sources today. One of them will be Nyla Tar's effects of 3 music therapy interventions on the verbal expressions of children with autism spectrum disorder. The other one will be Hiohua's Keys effects of 3 music therapy interventions. The third one will be Quitting Ren's examining the efficiency of dance movement and music move treatment on social communication impairment. And then Yuchi Zhang's the application of body rhythm in music therapy. All right, so children will be taught verbal expressions through music therapy and will be shown their experiences. Children will also be shown music to improve their social skills. We'll feel the impact of families that integrated music therapy into their day-to-day life, and will have their embodied cognition tested by possibly responding to music and speeding up their reactions. Now, before we go over the findings, let's put ourselves in the shoes of a parent with a child that has autism. So let's say your child is nonverbal, but after music therapy, now they try to sing. So that was actually the case in Robert E. Trout's a music therapy clinic case study of a girl with apraxia of speech. This girl was named Lily. So quoting that article real quick, This clinician case study describes a 3-year-old girl diagnosed with childhood apraxia of speech and her progress in weekly music therapy. The child was seen for a total of 24 sessions over a period of 9 months. The music therapy treatment involved a mixture of behavioral, improvisational, and creative approaches, and what has been termed a database music therapy approach. A variety of musical interventions, visual and interactive aids were used, as well as an engaging, playful dialogue between child and the clinician. So the child's communicative methods at the beginning of the treatment across were almost exclusively nonverbal. By the final session, she was pronouncing a number of syllables, combination of sounds, and words. So from that, I gather, I do find that there is hope in music therapy for children with autism. So here we go. So here are some research findings from my sources. Going over the themes, we have the one at the top left. This is the effectiveness of music therapy in children with autism spectrum disorder. So this study observes how effective music therapy can be towards children with autism. Overall, music therapy was shown to improve the social skills of these children. That proves that music is important to the lives of children with autism. Then we have the top right. So this research has 30 children being divided into an experimental group and then into a control group. One group was showing training intervention videos while the other group was not. So results had shown that families that integrated music therapy into their day-to-day life positively contributed to their child's mental health long term. So at the bottom left, this study examines the effects that interactive music playing therapy, perceptive music therapy, and interaction music singing therapy has on children with autism by observing their verbal expressions. So for this, there were 3 6-year-old boys that were observed a total of 14 times. Overall, the children were shown to feel more happiness when in the session involving singing, as the children were shown smiling and even laughing. This research highlights the importance of music in the lives of children with autism. Teaching verbal expressions through music therapy for their children were shown to be an overall positive experience. And then finally, we have the bottom right. So for this one, these subjects were from the ages of 5 to 12-year-olds, and they were giving 30-minute classes for 2 to 6 weeks. The results show that at first the children were not able to make any movement when listening to music. They were gradually able to move with the assistance of the teacher. And then throughout this guidance, the children were eventually able to respond to the music and even gradually speed up their reactions, showing improvement in their embodied cognition. Just a few quotes from my sources. So for the first source that we were talking about, in summary, our findings suggest that music therapy is effective in improving the social interaction of children with autism. This convenient short-term music program may help children with autism learn social skills and integrate into society. Because of the small number of eligible studies, the conclusions should be applied with caution, and there appears to be no consequence on the continuation of the intervention effects. All right, then we have the next one. So this one comes into conclusion that the strong significance of musical therapy and dance motion therapy mixed intervention on the parent-child relationship is demonstrated through the experiments, which provides evidence for the effectiveness of parent-child intervention for children with autism in the family environment. Next, we have each child showed a different preference while they participated in each of the 3 musical interventions. So the 3 children, their name was Yusuf. So 2 of the children, Yusuf and Andy, showed more smiles and laughter while observed during the sessions with singing, and in comparison to listening and music and singing. And then for the 3rd child, his name was Alex, he was observed to be more happily engaged during the music and singing, in comparison to the other 2 interventions. Not one child scored in the unhappiness range for this intervention. And last but not least, we have under continuous guidance, children form muscle habits and memories, can respond to the instruction of music and gradually get faster reaction speed, but also gain a sense of achievement, improve their self-confidence, and can enter the next stage of learning. Okay, so some of the recommendations I have is, having a daily dose of music, as it is, proven to aid with mood, anxiety, and several other mental processes. So this can be something as simple as listening to music every day, and of course, not being afraid to sing. Anyone can benefit with this. It's not just children with autism. So anyone's anxiety, mood can be improved through music and music therapy. This is also something great to incorporate into the family, again, to help everyone benefit. Just a friendly reminder, there is not just therapeutic value in music, but it would also be great to look into other topics such as art to heal the mind. And then when it comes to children with autism, it would be great if parents or schools can incorporate these music therapy sessions into the lives of these children. So making connections. Through the research, we've learned that music therapy is important, especially to children with autism. This therapy can possibly improve their embodied cognition, and parents use this therapy to improve their child's lifestyle. So, this can improve their cognition, brain processes, and help reduce their child's stress and anxiety, thus improving their lifestyle. For me, this research was truly eye-opening, especially since I'm looking into this as a profession. Music has always been something I've been passionate about. And I've always noticed music to create, an ambiance, set a mood for everyone. And so it was great to see this more in depth in another point of view, to see what music therapy can do for others. So now I offer a question. So do you guys envision trying out music therapy session yourself? It is extremely important to realize that, therapy is incredibly beneficial to everyone. So the ongoing stigma that associates therapy with crazy people needs to diminish, as therapy always extends the opportunity of continuous self-improvement. This point of view is especially important when debating on the potential benefits of music therapy, and as we acknowledge through research, highlighting its significant positive impact. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great night. And remember, therapy is important. Here are my references. Thank you so much.